Well, I've been a board member for 30 years.
I've been a trustee for 33 years.
I've been on CHOP's board for 9 years.
I became a board member 3 years ago at CHOP.
I have been a trustee for 19 years.
I've served 2 terms on the board.
49 years of my life.
I've been a board member now for 16 years.
I've been a board member for over 30 years.
I joined at the encouragement of a dear friend of mine who has since passed. He was serving on the board here at Children's Hospital, and he was going to be stepping down. And he said, there's an amazing organization I want you to get to know. And he introduced me to Stephen Altschuler and Dick Wood and many others here who were serving on the board at the time. And when I learned about what was happening here in terms of the care and the treatment and then excellent research program that they have here, I was just in awe.
My daughter, when she was 4 years old, she lost 30% of her body weight in about 3 weeks. And the Chestnut Hill pediatricians were scared to death and said, you need to get Shannon down to CHOP.
My daughter's illness, which came on very suddenly and threatened both her life and her leg. And McNair Scott diagnosed it swiftly, treated it superbly, and avoided having to amputate her leg. And I was so indebted to the institution for that wonderful gift of my daughter's life.
These last 3 years were an amazing part of my own personal journey, just to really understand the commitment of the CHOP team in terms of not only wanting to provide distinctive and amazing care to children, but to impact the world with their findings, to do research that could be spread all over the world. They just really care about children.
I was raised in a family that was always very philanthropic and always felt a need to help what I call people that didn't have advocates for them, which basically to me were kids and the elderly. So I got a tour, walked through the intensive care unit, and of course left with tears in my eye. It made me be very thankful for the fact that my daughter was fine, and that at the same time I felt, well, I've been really lucky. Maybe I can figure out a way to give back.
It just has been such a wonderful experience for me to be associated with CHOP and to be able to give back to such a worthwhile thing for our community.
When I came here in 1982, this was the old main building. There was no Wood Center, there was no Abramson, there was no Colquitt, there was no Berger. There was this shiny penny on 34th Street.
The evolution of the institution from what it was then to what it is now, the evolution that science has brought to the delivery of health care, the evolution of the world-class physicians, surgeons, scientific researchers is almost indescribably greater.
Over the last 20 years, it's grown by a factor of 10 at least over what it grew over the prior 100 years.
I think probably the biggest area really is in the research endeavor. Today we have, 2 buildings totally devoted to it with a third under construction.
We're not doing theoretical research. We're doing research that, as it develops, can help somebody almost immediately.
There was a much greater emphasis on A, trying to get the program to be international, B, trying to expand locally into the suburbs.
We now have centers in King of Prussia and Voorhees all over the place where we're taking care of kids where they live versus everybody coming to this main campus, which is the way it was, of course, when I first started.
It's almost something like raising your children, in that you started in a place 30 years ago or so that was a small children's hospital. Over time, decisions were made of which you were a part of some of the decisions, and you've seen the institution grow and develop. The people have changed, the plant has changed, but the mission hasn't changed.
I think collaboration is part of CHOP's values. What I saw is The ability for people who are there to help CHOP from different walks of life actually share very distinct and differentiated point of view in order to try to get the best result for CHOP. And so that was very exciting to me.
Both the people on the board and the people that work here at CHOP are dedicated, caring individuals, many of them the most accomplished and the brightest people you'd ever want to meet in your life. And it's a very challenging environment, but everybody has the same agenda, trying to help children.
It's just a very exciting environment because you have so many ideas from different perspectives coming into play in these different conversations. And all of us focused on, again, the children, making sure that we're doing everything that we can to bring our expertise into the conversation.
I felt that at least in some way I was helping contribute to really the development of fairly advanced care for children.
I served on the Patient Safety Committee, which was a very important perspective for me, I think, to contribute to the hospital, having seen so much of the care that was provided.
I served as the chair of the Education Advocacy and Talent Committee. I'm very proud about the work we've done, ensuring that the physicians are working very closely with the nursing staff, with the different team members that it takes to support the health care and treatment of children.
To be able to help out in different ways has really been a true honor for me.
We have an opportunity to change the course of health for children in this whole city. I hope that's in the future of CHOP.
I look for the legions in the future of children not yet born, not even thought of yet, who will benefit from what's going on here today, what has perhaps happened in the past, and what certainly will happen in the future.
No one is bigger than CHOP.
When you say CHOP, I think excellence.
Perseverance.
I would say impact.
2 words, magnificent and sensational.
Forefront was the word for me.
I think of amazing, distinctive.
Incredible.
Inspirational, life-changing.
It's the most important thing in my life.
CHOP will always be a part of my life, whether I'm here or somewhere else, because it's been part of me so long I couldn't let it go if I wanted to.
In the life of an organization, there are certain people who make a profound difference to its well-being. As board members, you are among those people for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Your commitment to CHOP, entirely voluntary, has helped us chart a course to remain the world's preeminent pediatric hospital, and to evolve in new ways we might never have imagined a generation ago. As I've embarked upon my first year as CEO of the hospital, your steadfast involvement has been invaluable to me as I've developed my own leadership platform. You will always be members of the CHOP family. So on behalf of all 14,000 CHOP employees, every child and family that we serve, my heartfelt thanks.